Okay, I'm going to start prep work for a little one-shot I'm running here in a little while, and I thought I would record this and see if it was useful for folks. So first thing I'm going to do is create a new campaign for the one-shot so that I can invite players to do uniquely that session. I'm running it in concert with Underground Oracle, so this is the 5th session we've run, so I'll just call it UO Session 5. Alright, now I'll get to my campaign home screen. First thing I'm going to do is pick a map. I'm going to pick one of those from another one of our beautiful partners here, Demille, and the one I'm looking for is, in fact, this Hero Cemetery. We're going to run a little undead themed one-shot tonight, and so I need to start defining some encounters on this map now. So I'm going to click on the map, hit New Encounter. I don't want to call it Interiors, so let's just call it Hero Cemetery 1. And there's my pin for it on the map. I'm going to add some monsters. So it's a 5th level group that we're going to run. And I want an undead theme here for our cemetery. So let me just go look at undead monsters. And we're going to select, let's see. Why don't we try, perhaps a mummy. And yeah, mummy and some supporting zombies, I think. So we'll start with, oh no, let's do a vampire spawn. Vampire spawn. That seems appropriate. And we'll have a couple supporting zombies with. Okay. Yeah. Make it a little more interesting. Put 4 zombies in that group. Alright, so we've selected our vampire spawn and 4 zombies. They're going to get added to the map here. And their artwork should be showing up there. Seem to be having a slow connection here. So now we've got all our beautiful stuff. I'm just going to arrange them the way I want them. So we're going to have these zombies here rising up out of these graves, clawing their way out of the ground. Same for these. And we'll have our vampire spawn coming out of the mausoleum here. Alright, so that's our monsters arranged for our first encounter. I'm going to leave them all visible when the encounter starts, so they're all going to pop into view immediately on the first round when I start the encounter. I could hide them if I wanted, so I can go over here and say, okay, zombies 4 and 5 are going to be hidden. In this case, I'm just going to make them all visible, so we'll just turn that back on. Alright, so I'm in good shape for defining my encounter. I'll dismiss the dialogue there, and now my encounter is set up with some monsters, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a second encounter. So let's create a second one. You notice on this map we've already got fog regions defined, so when I'm over these buildings there are fog regions for them that were already preset as a part of the map. That was a wonderful thing that Demille provides. These maps already fogged, so that's a really good thing. And I'm going to go ahead and create a second encounter here and another new encounter. I'll just label this one 2. I can always rename them later when I decide what my theme is. But let's call this one. Let's add a few monsters here. So let's again go back to our undead theme. So I'm just going to select undead as the type. And what do we like for this one? Perhaps a specter or ghast. Let's do a specter. Let's do a pair of specters. Perhaps a pair of whites. It's a larger group, so they can handle this many opponents of this CR. We're going to do this on back-to-back encounters. Effectively, my plan is to have these encounters trigger serially. So I'm going to trigger the first encounter, have them sort of deal with that, and then trigger this one as the rising of the dead sort of thing. So we'll put those down. Again, the tokens are going to cluster here around the pin where I put it in, and those will make their way onto the board. And I'll close that off. I don't really need to move them. I can move them after we're going on. All right, so that's my 2 encounters set up. I really am not going to define any additional encounters for this particular one. It's designed as a 1-hour play session. We'll have a little starting point, and that'll be it. So those are my first 2 encounters, and then that's really it. That's what I'm going to do for prep for this particular one. I probably will at some point go back and create a book, but we'll make that a subject of a later video. Okay, I decided to do a little more prep work here and show you a few more features along the way. So let's see, I want to do start by inviting my players. So if I'm going to invite them, basically here's the campaign invite. In my case, I'm inviting them to Discord, so I'll just copy that to the clipboard and then go paste it into Discord because we're all in a Discord group together that we'll be using for audio later this evening. All right, so with that done, with the invitation posted, I will instead go over here and I'm going to unfog parts of this map. So I want to basically paint an area here that I want to unfog. So I'm just going to unfog it a bit. And if I want to see kind of what that looks like from the player's perspective, I can always go up here and hit the secondary window. And you'll see that the entire thing is unfogged. So let's not do that. Let's instead reset all the fog. So it's all dark now. And then we'll unpaint it. So let me go do that. Alright, that's actually a bit easier because now I can see it's dark. I should have realized what was going on to begin with. Just going to unpaint some of these regions. And unpaint there. I'll unpaint this whole center area basically. And all the way down to here. And let's go check it again, and we'll see now that we've only got the center area unfogged, and we can unfog some more as the players explore into the different areas. All right, so that's the map unfogged, at least in the starting condition I want. What we're going to go do now is I've actually created a handout for this one, and in order to make that handout work great, I'm actually just going to go ahead and create a little book for this encounter. So I'm going to go to pick book here, and instead of importing or anything else, I'm just say give me a new book. I could base it on the adventure template, but instead I'm just going to say, this is Heroes Cemetery. I'm just going to use an empty book. So I'm going to create a new book here, and it gives me just an empty book here over to the side with the introduction, and it's in edit mode already. So this is a one-shot set in Heroes Cemetery. And I want to go ahead and add my my intro note here for the players. So I'm going to go select artwork to insert, and I have a new one that I want to upload. So I'm going to say new, upload image, and I'm going to go find my artwork. So here I'm going to go to, happen to know I put that in here, and it's called the temple note. So there's the temple note. This will give me the image, meet me at the Hero Cemetery. I'll rename it Cemetery Note, and then save that, and you'll see what happens is it actually uploads it, creates a thumbnail for it, does all the other pieces that need to be done. And when I hit save, it's going to insert it directly in the book here, and that'll be useful later because when I start using this, I can just click on it and it's going to display that for me. All right, so with that done, I'm going to create a new section here for my encounters. Encounter 1. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go select that in my table of contents and relate this encounter point onto it. Actually, all right, so we'll leave that for now. I can give some descriptive text, vampire, spawn, and zombies. That's what that first encounter is. You'll notice it's highlighting the text here. If I wanted to create a link to the zombie stat block, I could do that here. And set a link there if I wanted that. There's no reason I have to do that here because I've already got the encounter predefined and all those monsters are in it. But just for grins, I'll show it. And in a bit, I'm going to start playing this session, and I will show you a bit about how this plays out. So here's my my handout, and everything's looking good. So I'm going to stop editing. And then when I get ready to start playing this, I can just go there and that's going to be shared. And in fact, I'm just going to leave this up. This will be the first thing shared with the players when they join the campaign. So as the players come in, they'll see this note. It's fine with me. That's the first thing I intend to share with them anyway. And then we'll jump onto the map when we start playing. So I will, anyway, I'll share that, and back shortly to record some play session and add to this video.